And that's when I said, Sonic had a rough transition to 3D. Yeah, I know. Everyone says it. But it's just something I had to get out, and they said I was cliché. I'm not cliché. Sir, if you'd like to speak, you have the floor. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Garrula64. So, like many of you, I too have made videos regarding the Sonic the Hedgehog series, and... Sir, we're not here to judge, we're just here to listen. Yeah, I know. It's just hard, you know. But thanks to a buddy of mine, who will remain anonymous, for obvious reasons, the existence of a certain fan game came to my attention. And, I figured I'd make a video about it, because that's what I do. And, God. Its name still haunts my dreams all the time. Despicable Forces. Sonic Forces fan game. Starring Despicable Me characters. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I went through all the motions. I said it was something that Sonic Team couldn't make. I said the controls were amazing. The level design was fantastic. And by the end of it, I wasn't even just going through the motions. I really honestly believed that. And I still do. But it's not like anyone will believe me because they'll just think I'm playing it up for the camera. I just unironically believed that it was a better game in every single way. Don't worry, we understand. Like I said, we're not here to judge. You know what? That's not even the worst part. This game was made in Roblox. You leave this room and you never come back, understand? Alright, not gonna beat around the bush. I thought this game was actually unironically better than Sonic Forces. I had more fun playing this than I did playing Sonic Forces. Let's talk about why. I promise you I'm not kidding. Roblox or not, it's a good Sonic game. It just doesn't have the graphical fidelity of Forces, but it makes up for its lack of visuals by actually being a game as opposed to a hold X to win simulator. What we have here is a retelling / parody of Sonic Forces where you play as Gru, Gru from another time period, they even got that right over Sonic Forces, and your custom character. He sure is a looker, ain't he? And before anyone says anything about Forces being right for saying Classic was from a different dimension because of the timeline split, if they don't explicitly state it in the games, it's not canon and therefore just bad storytelling. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. The gameplay consists of just boost gameplay, surprisingly. You won't be taking it slow with forced 2D sections, and even the avatar stages are missing. But if we can all be perfectly honest for a second, I feel like the boost gameplay is what you sign up for when you pick up a 3D Sonic game these days, so I didn't really miss the other stuff. It basically just ensures that I'm gonna have fun playing every single level, which I did. Aside from the boost, the characters also rock a homing attack and double jump, and unlike Force's double jump, this one actually works like you'd expect it to, which helps a lot with the platforming. Another thing this game has a lot of, because, you know, these are platformers. Not that you can tell by looking at this. Now, if you're familiar with Sonic Forces, you know how this is gonna go down. An evil, or should I say, despicable entity summons a legion of bad boys to defeat the heroes once and for all. The main character gets defeated, and it's up to the remaining heroes to fight back. And when they fail miserably, they get their boy back to pick up the slack. Something that became really apparent to me while I was playing this was that the story of Sonic Forces is so ridiculous. As I was reliving it through this fan game, I found myself laughing at it, not just because it was goofy seeing Despicable Me characters talking like this, but it's honestly not that much more goofy than Knuckles telling Vector about the fairness of war. They actually have a great gag in this game with that particular line because both series have a Vector, and I'm almost positive this entire idea for the parody was a result of the ability to make that one joke. I mean, if I come up with a good joke, I usually start building a video around it immediately. Not a great practice, but hell, it works. This time, instead of Infinite, we're dealing with Mel, a minion blessed with ultimate power via his name tag, I guess. That's actual canon, by the way, not a guess. I'm just still trying to process it. Dear God, I really never thought I'd be talking about minions on my YouTube channel, but I guess here we are. With this ultimate power, he summons several Despicable Me villains, and I really only know this guy but my resident Despicable Me expert gave me a rundown on the rest. You don't really need to know who any of them are, though, to be honest. For all intents and purposes, they're just Chaos, Shadow, Metal, Sonic, and Zavok. Except they actually give Chaos and Shadow boss fights. I don't suppose I need to say anything else about that little tidbit, do I? As a trade-off for that, though, the Zavok replacement, El Macho here, doesn't actually have a boss fight, but he has a really funny gag in the final level, and I think it's pretty worth it. The bosses aren't anything special, per se, but what I like about them is that they're pretty quick, and they're also pretty fun. So when they all show up for a second time in the boss rush, it doesn't break up the flow of the final level that much. Mel also has a boss fight, and it's not a carbon copy of anything else from earlier in the game. It's actually the hardest thing in the game, not to say it's anything excessive, but it took a few tries to S rank. I'm sure buying one of these extra things might have helped with that in one way or the other, but I'm already having enough trouble sleeping after betraying my morals by playing Roblox, so you'll have to find out about that on your own. Do I want to be a minion? Are you kidding me? Of course I want to be a minion! Don't get me wrong though, this game is not without its little issues. There were some times where the camera could be a little weird, maybe here and there it'd be a little hard to tell where I was supposed to go, but that's usually as a result of having a lot of paths to take, which loops around to it being a good thing again. Other than that, the final boss is a little underwhelming, but honestly, seeing the rest of the game, I can forgive that. The presentation, aside from the graphics, are really nice as well. All of the levels look colorful and fun, and I think the 80s prison was probably my favorite, Moonlight Battlefield coming in a close second, simply because they borrowed the style from Mario Odyssey's Sand Kingdom, and I'm really biased. And the music is something else. It borrows a lot from Sonic Forces, but when it pulls out its original songs, boy howdy. The song that plays in Dance Recital Dash is a Sonic Forces remix of Pharrell's Happy, and the Results theme is a triumphant remix of Pharrell's Happy? And this intermission theme is an elevator remix of Pharrell's Happy? And this isn't a remix, but I spat out my drink onto my computer screen when I heard it. Dear God, what geniuses were at the helm of this game? And that isn't even the best part. My absolute favorite thing that they did was that the story is delivered through these little chat bubbles, and they have like little Discord do not disturb things on them. It's hilarious. But very occasionally, they'll throw in some voice lines from either the actual movies or sometimes from The Office, because Steve Carell played Gru. That really catches you off guard, but in a good way. And speaking of this specific moment, I almost forgot they had another great gag with this game's version of Null Space. It's not a full level, but when you get sucked into it, it looks like this. Now, this here is what I remember Roblox looking like back when I used to play it like 11 years ago. Now you guys have stuff like this and that, and I can't help but feel a little bit jealous. This game also has unique art drawn specifically for it, and it is really good. Like, better than you would expect from something like this. It's background worthy, honestly. You can even go back and check out all of this art, amongst other various things, in the art gallery once you complete the game. And this is the point where I realized that even though it's a weird joke game, I really respected these guys for taking the time to make this. Not only do they make a great Sonic-esque platformer, but it also feels like they put a lot of heart into it, which is something I can't really say in regards to the original product. And that's pretty much Despicable Forces, an amazing Sonic Forces parody game, something I had zero expectations of when going into it. And that was a mistake on my part. In fact, there's even a reward for getting all S ranks. Do you want to know what it is? See? I told you it was a Sonic game. My God, what the hell was that video? I have no idea. I am so sorry. But anyway, welcome to the end of the video. Thank you for making it this far. I appreciate if you watched all the way to the end here. If I didn't put a question at the beginning. What do you think of this game? Have you played it? Would you play it? I'd play it again. I'm probably gonna do that again, honestly. It was pretty fun. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this and you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell, follow my Twitter, and join the Discord to keep up with more Sonic games and other things that aren't Sonic games, because I do a lot of things. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to my current supporters, who are Raiden Still Plays, Chaotic Mercenary, Cosmic Mushroom, Ty Little Tech Guy, Silva PhD, Jaded Indolent, Jeremy, Lucas Tallman, Megatrafficone, Crystal, and Mike TGC. Also, huge thank you to Rob Morrison on Patreon, and every single one of you that supported me in the $1 tier. If you want to be listed here, please make sure to click the join button beneath the video, and you can get all kinds of perks that will be detailed later, including the bloopers video for each of the videos I make, which will be members exclusive. You're not missing much, I'm a huge idiot, but it'll still be fun to watch. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.